So let me show you how to create access keys. I'm going to click on my user, and as you can see right now on the top right hand side, I am connected using the my IAM user on my account. So this is something you have to do. Do not use your root account to create security credentials, okay? So I'm using my IAM user, and I'm going to go and create security credentials. So I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to create access keys. So access keys are going to be very helpful if we use the CLI, so if we use the command line interface, or if we use the SDK to implement some programming language against AWS. So I'm going to create this access key, and they are very, very secret. This is the only time you will see them and that they can be downloaded. You cannot recover them later, but you can create new ones if you wanted to. So never ever share them before, and I will invalidate mine after this hands-on. So you can download a CSV file if you wanted to keep them on your computer, or you can show the access key ID and the secret access key. Again, these are secrets and they will be worthless for you because I'm going to invalidate them. Then we need to use these secret access key and access key ID. The first thing I have to do is to configure my AWS CLI. So I'm going to type AWS configure. And then I am greeted with entering my access key ID. Very nice. I can just enter this one and press enter. And then I'm greeted with entering my secret access key, which I will enter right here as well. The default region name, so this is a region that is close to you. I will choose EU West 1 because I will be doing all my tutorials in EU West 1, but you will choose your own region and you can enter your own region name. That the region name, by the way, you can get directly from this drop down right here. It shows you the name of the region as well as the region code. So for me, I'm going to use my EU West 1. I'll press enter. And then the default output format, I'll just press enter as well. So now my AWS CLI is configured. And so we can have a look at how it works. We can do AWS IAM list users and press enter. And this will list all the users in my account. And as we can see, the user I have right now is called Stefan. Here is the user ID. Here is the ARN, when it was created, and when the password was last used, which is very similar to what I would get if I were to go into this UI right here. So the management console and the CLI do provide similar kind of information. Next, I want to show you what happens if we remove permissions from our users. So I'm going to go to admins, and I'm going to remove the Stefan user from the group admin. And so again, if I go back to my user, Stefan, it doesn't have any permissions. And I did this obviously with my root account, not the other account. So now, if I go into my UI and obviously refresh this page, I'm going to get an error saying that, yes, I do not have the permissions to do this. But let's try to do the same thing with the CLI. So we're going to do an IAM list user call, and we get no response because actually it was being denied. So the CLI permissions are obviously going to be the exact same as the permissions you get from the IAM console. So the takeaway from this lecture is that you can access AWS using the management console or using access key and secret access key that you can configure and then use into the CLI. So hope you liked it, and I will see you in the next lecture. And obviously, do not forget to add your user back into the group, otherwise that would be horrible. So I'm going to go into groups, admins, and I'm going to add my Stefan user back into my group, and now I am an administrator again. So that's it. I will see you in the next lecture.